Have you ever encountered an error that just stops you in your tracks? It can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you're trying to get things done. If you've run into the ORA-02289 error while using Spring Data JPA with Spring Boot, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to unravel this issue together. I completely understand how annoying it is when you have everything set up correctly, but an error pops up out of nowhere. You're not alone in this. Many developers face this issue, especially when working with Oracle databases. Let's dive into the specific situation at hand. One user recently reported encountering the ORA-02289 error, stating that the sequence does exist in the database schema, yet they still receive this error when using Hibernate. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what could be causing this error? The ORA-02289 error typically indicates that the sequence you're trying to access is not found in the expected schema. This can happen due to misconfigurations in your Spring Data JPA setup or Hibernate mappings. Let's break it down step by step. And stick around. I have a crucial tip at the end that will help you avoid this error in the future and streamline your development process. To resolve the ORA-02289 error, the user should first verify that the sequence name is correctly specified in the code. The sequence name must match exactly, including the schema prefix if applicable. Next, the user should confirm that the database connection is using the correct schema. This can be done by checking the data source configuration in the Spring Boot application. The user should also ensure that the sequence is accessible to the user account that the application is using to connect to the database. This may involve checking user permissions. Finally, if the issue persists, the user can try explicitly setting the schema in the sequence generator annotation. This ensures that Hibernate knows where to look for the sequence. Fun fact, did you know that Oracle databases have been around since the late 1970s? They have evolved significantly, but some errors still feel like they belong to the past. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by a user suggests that when using an Oracle database, you need to create the sequence manually. They recommend executing a specific SQL command to create the sequence in your database. Let's take a moment to review another user's answer. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests checking the privileges of the database user. They recommend ensuring that the user has the necessary read and write permissions to access the sequence. Let's take a moment to review another user's answer. An alternative solution from a user suggests checking for read and write privileges on the sequence. They also recommend reviewing the database logs to verify if the sequence was executed correctly. Let's move forward and look at another answer. An alternative solution from another user suggests that even with the schema included, prefixing the sequence name resolved the issue. They recommend using the schema in both the schema and sequence name fields. Here's the tip I promised. Always ensure your sequence names and schemas are consistent across your application and database. This small habit can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. With these steps, you should be able to resolve the ORA-2289 error and get back to coding. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button for more troubleshooting tips. And remember, keeping your configurations consistent is key.